What is your organization structure? It may seem like a simple question, but it's actually one that many companies struggle with. There are many different types of organizational structures, and understanding what they are can help you make the right decision for your company. In this video, we will discuss 3 types of organizations: functional, divisional, and matrix. After watching this video, you should be able to figure out which type best fits your company needs. Let us know in the comments below what structure your organization has along with its benefits and drawbacks. You've undoubtedly gazed at your company's organizational chart at least once, and we could probably anticipate what it would look like. The conventional organizational chart is shaped like a pyramid, with your C-level executives at the top and lines stretching down to middle management and lower workers. Not every business needs to be organized in a hierarchical manner. Due to the many different sorts of organizational structures, there are several types of organizational charts. Let's look at the 7 most prevalent types of organizational structures and why you might want to consider them. 1. Hierarchical organizational structure. A hierarchical organizational chart, as the name implies, is a pyramid-shaped organizational chart. It's the most popular form of organizational structure. From the top, e.g. the CEO or manager, down, each worker has a supervisor, i.e. chain of command goes from top to bottom. Benefits. It also helps to define levels of authority and responsibility. It exposes who each individual reports to or should be contacted about specific projects. Employees are inspired by clear career paths and opportunities for advancement. Each employee is assigned a speciality. Establishes camaraderie among staff within the same department. Negatives. Increased red tape might slow down innovation and major modifications. Employees may act in the department's best interest rather than the company's when it comes to things such as theft and drugs. Employees who are new to the company can feel as if they have less ownership and can't express their thoughts. Functional organizational structure. A functional organizational structure mirrors a hierarchical organizational structure, in that it starts with the most important positions at the top and works its way down. However, people are mostly organized around their talents and their function in the business. Departments are run independently from one another. Benefits. Employees may focus on their responsibilities by allowing them to do so. It gives way to specialization, assists employees and departments to feel more autonomous. It is simple to scale up in any size firm. Negatives. Silos may be created within an organization. Causes interdepartmental communication issues. Obscures procedures and strategies for distinct industries or items in a firm. 3. Horizontal or flat organizational structure. Many firms with few levels between upper management and lower level staff use a horizontal or flat organizational structure. Many small businesses employ a horizontal organizational format until they have grown large enough to establish separate departments. But some organizations keep it this way since it encourages more participation from all personnel. Benefits. Gives staff more responsibility. Expands on the partnership's success by encouraging more open communication. Imparts creativity and innovation to individuals who are trying to think of new things. Negatives. Because employees don't know who to report to, it may create confusion. It might be tough to keep track of things once the firm expands into a larger organization. 4. Divisional organizational structure. In a divisional organizational structure, a firm's divisions have control over their own resources and operate like independent businesses within the conglomerate. There may be multiple marketing teams, sales teams, IT teams, and so on in each business unit. This organization structure works well for large enterprises since it enables the various divisions to make decisions without having to report to just a few bosses. Depending on your company's focus, there are a few options to consider. Market-based organizational structure. Divisions are classified according to the industry, market, or client category. A large consumer goods company may categorize its durable items, clothing, electronics, furniture, from its food and logistics divisions, divided organization based on product. Product line separate divisions. For example, a technology firm may have a division dedicated to its cloud services, while the remainder of its divisions focus on different software products. Geographic divisional organizational structure. Divisions are separated by region, territories, or districts, resulting in more efficient localization and delivery. To keep in touch with their clients, companies may establish satellite offices across the nation or world. Benefits. assists large firms in remaining adaptable, provides for more timely response to industry changes or client demands, encourages self-reliance, autonomy, and a unique approach to learning. Negatives. Duplicate resources could easily result from this. It may indicate a lack of coordination or communication between the headquarters and its divisions. It's possible for a firm to fight within itself. 5. Matrix organizational structure. A matrix organizational chart resembles a grid and depicts cross-functional teams that come together for special tasks. An engineer, for example, may be a member of the engineering department, directed by an engineering director, but participate in a short project led by a project manager. The matrix organization chart takes into account both of these positions and reporting connections. Benefits. Managers can quickly choose people with the demands of a project by using this functionality. Gives a more dynamic perspective of the company, and it encourages workers to apply their talents in a variety of ways outside of their original responsibilities. Negatives. Conflicts emerge between department managers and project managers when departments cannot make decisions independently. Change more often than other organizational chart styles. 6. Team-based organizational structure. A team-based organizational structure places people in groups based on teams, scrum teams or tiger teams, for example. A team organizational structure is designed to challenge the conventional hierarchy by emphasizing problem-solving, collaboration, and the empowerment of workers. Benefits. Break down silos to improve productivity, performance, and transparency. It fosters a growth mindset. It changes the typical career models by encouraging employees to move laterally. Seniority is more of an important than experience. It needs little management because it's self-sustaining. And this is the ideal tool set for agile businesses that use Scrum teams. Negatives. Represents a departure from most businesses' default inclination to have a single vertical structure. Employees could have a harder time comprehending the promotional maze. 7. Network organizational structure. Few companies today have all the services under one roof, and juggling the many vendors, subcontractors, freelancers, off-site locations, and satellite offices may be overwhelming. A network organizational structure makes sense of the distribution of resources. It can also refer to an internal structure that is more focused on an open communication and relationships rather than hierarchy. Benefits. Visualizes the complicated web of on-site and off-site connections in businesses. Companies can now be more flexible and agile since it's easier to make changes. It gives all the workers the opportunity to work together, take action, and make decisions. Employees and stakeholders may better comprehend processes and procedures by using it. Negatives. When you're dealing with a lot of off-site procedures, things can quickly get out of hand. It might be more difficult for staff to determine who has ultimate authority. Other considerations. Small companies frequently lack a firm organizational structure. All workers in small startup firms are sometimes required to carry out a variety of responsibilities outside of their job descriptions, and many employees in startups have wide autonomy in decision making. Aside from that, all employees in a startup are usually aware of who they answer to because it's generally a single individual or group, the owners or partners. Before your company grows too big for your unstructured workforce to handle, it's critical to have a formal organizational structure in place. Each organizational structure has its advantages and drawbacks that can help you decide whether it's appropriate for your company. But which organizational structure is best? There's no one-size-fits-all solution for businesses. Consider how much power you want to give your workers, the amount of space you'd allow for innovation, the size of your firm, and how important interaction among employees is to you when selecting the best organizational structure for your company. You'll most likely know which organized structure is ideal for you after assessing these criteria. And if you make a mistake, you can quickly change to another one. Consider your company's requirements, including its culture, and selecting one of these organizational structures to suit them.